Can you give an example of the education segment, that how will the generative AI play out in a child? Like, will the child ask doubts immediately, get answers immediately? How will it work?
Yeah. Okay. Let's take a fairly challenging problem of foundational literacy and numeracy. Okay. That is, the basic amount of literacy and math ability to move on, right? You need at least that basic level that is called FLN, foundational literacy and numeracy. There is a goal of the government to get 100% FLN, universal FLN, by I think 2027, 26, 27. Now, we are far from it. Like I told you, the Asar report on the other side says a fifth grader can't read second grade level, right? So the question now is, how do we improve it? One thought is, can we use the mother tongue of the child? Okay. Let's say, you come from Mumbai. So let's say in a small village in Maharashtra, there is a child who has learned Marathi at home, mother tongue. Entire family speaks. Mother has taught the child. The whole community go out on the street. They all speak Marathi. All wonderful. But you go to this, you start off school. You're taught from a different. You start ABCs, right? It's a new language. Now, if you want to get FLN, foundational literacy and numeracy, in a new language other than your mother tongue, it's much harder. Some of us were more privileged in cities, and maybe our families also could speak English and so on. So we got on. We did our FLN in English, and then we went ahead and did many other things. You did very well in your CA and CPA and so on, right? But a lot of the kids in the villages, they don't have the same kind of facilities of a home which can speak English, and a good teacher, and a school which can teach all these things and so on. So one thought is, can we take mother tongue as the basis, the first language, get to reading and writing and that math, basic math, and then still, go on and learn English too, because English is a global language. It gives you access to jobs and so on. This is not about, hey, do it at the cost of English. Maybe you do English as the next secondary language. There is also enough studies now that show that once you reach a certain level in your first language, let's say mother tongue or your local language, then there is something called transfer learning. You can learn the second language much faster because you already know how languages work. So you could learn English or Hindi quite fast, right? So now, if these chat GPT like LLMs can talk to me in Hindi or in Tamil or in Kannada or in Marathi, now can they teach that child quickly foundational literacy and numeracy in Marathi itself? And if you can do that, can you also teach me, that's my second language, I want English as my second language, or Hindi, or whatever you choose. So these are the ideas on the education side. Yeah. How do you teach? If you want to go a little deeper, okay, you at a high level, you're just saying AI will teach or AI will help teach, because you need teachers. Can't do without teachers. This is a tool. You need to do assessments, and then you need to teach through adaptive learning. That means for that specific child, I will assess and see what level that child is, what kind of concepts that child has not yet learned. And then I will do adaptive learning. I will try to teach that particular child with the strengths and weaknesses of that child of one given ABA number. And I'll try and improve that, right? Those are all new things we are trying to work on, right? Not yet out there, but people are doing experiments. So there is an opportunity again for these new AI algorithms, these generative AI kind of architectures, to be able to help in education in these ways as well.
So, I'll give you an example of not exactly related to like education or schooling as such, but a lot of YouTube channels have now started. Faceless channels are there where there is no face, and they are creating videos using AI. And there are like AI avatars also, where the person doesn't need to go and record the video, but they are using their AI avatar to record like a 4-minute, 5-minute short video on a simple topic of mathematics, explaining the student. Or even if there is no face, they like just using AI, they do the scripting, they use the voiceover of the person, cloning the voice, and a proper 5-minute video is created. So this is also like a part of education itself. What I'm trying to tell is like using AI, like a lot of faceless channels are getting created, and a lot of like contribution or maybe value is given to the audience by not even getting completely involved. So I think creators are using AI to translate their videos into different languages and disseminating the same content in, let's say, Bangalore, South India, or let's say even like Delhi, Mumbai, different languages, different parts of India, and even outside India. If the content is global, they are translating into, let's say, Spanish, different languages. So I mean, the scale using AI can just be massive if that is used correctly.
Absolutely, absolutely.